are back at you, people.
What's the drill? It's time for Earth and Sky to unite.
Boom!
Booyah! What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, time to swing our vines yet again for another segment of Earth and Sky Interactive. And we get all the way interactive. That means it's not a us thing. It's not just a you thing. It's a we thing to make it a G thing. So, with that being said, I'm your man G1, aka Earth, and that right there is my riddle.
And I am Sky. You know
Yes,
how we
sir.
get down,
Yes, sir.
You know how
Hey,
we get down, people. So
you know
I
how
guess
we
it is.
do it.
I guess it's officially my turn to do the
Yes.
disclaimer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Now, the expressions or opinions stated by Earth and Sky on Earth and Sky Interactive are just that, opinions. We will say things that will definitely ruffle your feathers, maybe even blow your fur back a little bit, as we call it, your fur. But at the end of the day, we are here to edutain you. Yes, that is a word. Look it up. Edutainment, it is a thing. So
I don't care if it ain't a word. It's a word.
it's a word. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
We make it a thing, and this is our lane. We're here to edutain. You know,
Yes,
some
we are here to
people.
edutain.
You know, I gotta hop in, man. There's some people out there that are hell bent on educating, and I am all for them. I salute them. All facts, no cap. Okay,
No cap.
but we want to keep it light because our personality is like, yo, we gotta be us, man. We gotta be us. Please,
Gorillas.
Let us be gorilla.
We got to be gorillas. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a lifestyle. We go real. And when you go real, life awaits.
Life awaits, man.
Look, we walk it, we talk it, you know. But right now, people, what we do in here is it's an interactive. So if you have something to say, got a topic, want to chime in with some facts, this is interactive. We're going to look some stuff up live and direct. We're going to get it straight from a source. Now, whether that source is credible or not, we don't know, but that's what the media is saying. And of course, they want us to believe that that is actually factual.
So we give it to you the same where we're getting it. So you know where it's coming from. You get a live source, and you get to say, okay, let me do a little bit more research on my own, which we definitely encourage. We just want to make sure that you don't start feeling like you're in a classroom and you're being talked to, because at that point in time, you should be taking notes. We're here to give you some basic good information so you can take it to the next level and figure out what you need to do on your own. That's simple.
Boom.
That's simple.
Boom.
So we are live, Earth and Sky. Let's vibe. Let's do it to them.
All right, man. So what you want to hop into first, man? This is the Weekend Freestyle. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is our fourth freestyle, and if you haven't been around for a Weekend Freestyle, anything and everything is on the board. We literally are going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So, like I said, we may ruffle some feathers, but we're going to get you thinking. Either way, we're going to get you thinking. So, strap in, sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
And look, we got a good solid 2 hours we're going to give to y'all. Solid 2 hours. We may go beyond that, but the way it looks, 2 hours should be enough to give you a lot of good stuff that we're going to talk about. And freestyle it is. Freestyle it is. So,
all righty, sir. So, like Double Dutch, what we jumping into?
Well, let's go ahead and hop on the first things first. I want to go ahead and start with Afghanistan. No. I'm not gonna do it just that quickly yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop on with the update first. Okay. Let's go ahead and give you the update. Yeah. And when we say the update, you'll get the topic of what the update is, unless we specifically say something else. You'll get it. We're saying the update, so you don't have to be overly inundated with all the extras. We'll give it its proper space. Of course, non-judgmental, not judging you whether you go this way or that way, what your plans are for you and your family, none of that stuff. Just giving you the update because too much is coming at you already behind this, and we just want to give you a couple of things to take a look at, focus on, see where you need to be paying attention to, and then that's it. You know what I mean? We're off that onto other things because there's a lot more life than what's going on and what they're talking about on the news. And I'm gonna prove a point, Sky, that I came up on in a little while in regards to what they show us and what they don't show us. All right, but the update. Hold on. The update.
The update.
It's the update. So, beginning live, one of the key things that have been changing or been coming abreast as the weekly mandates start flowing in is New Orleans is the latest to apply their mandate.
Yes.
Sky, more news for them.
Woo! Man, are they? I mean, they literally. And it's okay. I find that to be a very interesting update, and the reason why I find that so interesting is because Louisiana is also the state and the home of Vax That Thing Up.
Vax that thing up.
So I find it very interesting that this state goes all in. Like when I say the state of Louisiana pushed all their chips in, they even went and borrowed some chips from Texas and Mississippi and pushed them chips in too.
Look,
okay. You want to tell me or me to read it? You gonna read it or me to read
it? Please. Look, you know what? I mean, I've got it in front of me. I can read this one. Matter of fact, you read this one, I'll get the next one ready. Next update.
Okay. So basically, live and direct, people, check this out. Mind you, this was posted on WWL TV. This is in Louisiana. Okay. New Orleans vaccine mandate. Proof of vaccine or negative test from within the last 72 hours required to enter bars, restaurants, music and event spaces, gyms and fitness centers, stadiums, sports complexes, casinos, and racetracks. Get your jab. Get your jab over here.
Jabby jab.
Get your jab. Yo, they're gonna be giving out jabs like popcorn. I'm just saying. I mean, I can't believe that they went that far to go all in. Like, you have to show proof, basically.
Well, look, let me get your butter popcorn combo. Let me get 2 of those extra large jumbo tanks of soda right there. Let me get some jujubes. Let me get some goobas. And let me get that vax shot too. Let me get a vax shot. Make it 2. Me and my date, I mean, I'm hoping
we need 2 jabs to go. Up. 2 jabs to go. We need 2 jabs to go.
Yeah. Let me get 2 jabs. Let me get 2 jabs, and that'll be it. That'll be it. Yeah, she'll pay for it. She'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Baby, give me a card. Give me a card. Hey.
But I mean, it's getting to a point now where literally this is the rollout, people. You see it for what it is. We've been talking about it again. We are not here to fearmonger. We are not here to scare you. We are here to keep you aware and updated. But just so you know, Louisiana is all in. I guess they wanted to take New York and California a step further, even though they've got literally a eighth of the population.
Right. Like, so so based off of that segment you just went into, it is supposed to take effect next week, if I remember reading that correct, right?
Yes, that is supposed to take effect starting on the 16th, tomorrow.
Get ready. New Orleans. You know, next time the Essence Festival or Fat Tuesday comes around, make
Oh,
sure
dude.
you got
Okay.
your jabby jab so you can go
I
in
was
and
supposed to go.
explore.
I was
Huh?
supposed to go. I was supposed to go to Mardi Gras this year.
Oh, wow.
And basically Mardi Gras for the most part was canceled. And it's like, well, if I can't go and I can't give beads and I can't do my thing, hang out and drink, it's not worth it. And that's exact right. They were canceling flights. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get I got a credit on American Airlines, uh, and the hotel understood and they basically refunded me my money. But
Wow.
I was gonna be there for a week. Oh yeah.
Man,
I was about to go in.
that would have been a perfect. You know what I mean?
Mind you, that was in February.
Oh, wow. My have times have changed.
It's August. And it's not even a put this on.
No, it's to put this on.
And if you ain't got it, look, no jab, no
Look,
show.
well, you could always show them a negative test for COVID as well, right? I mean,
Yes, yes, as
72
long as you
hours. So
within set right, but within 72.
yeah,
But okay, now let's break that down. See that you went
yeah.
there with it. Let's go ahead and break that down. Okay. So you got a test 72 hours ago. How many people have you come in contact with in 72 hours? So basically, you could have tested negative. And before you walk into the venue, you're a super spreader and don't even know it.
So if you're planning on taking that loved one that you really want to impress on that date to that brand new restaurant that just opened up, the one that everyone's talking about, and you want to prove how much cash and how much clout you have, make
False.
sure that you get that jabby jab so you can now go in there and enjoy all the fruits of not having to wear a mask or worry about being a super spreader.
And after you're done with your meal, maybe you can jab that thing up.
And you can vax that thing up.
Oh
Hey,
well, okay. I'm not sure if this was a topic that we're gonna jump into, but seeing that we're on that, Joan, we have to
okay.
let people know that our wording basically has to change, and I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about that on some of the things that we say.
Yeah.
Um, that'll be a segue into something a little bit later. But yeah, we're going to get on that because basically now it's really a thing, and y'all, most people don't even know about it.
Yep. And we've got a special segment. Is that on the update? That is on update, isn't it?
Would that be technically speaking? It would be an update because it replaced something that expired, but we haven't really dove in on that specifically.
Okay. Well, why don't we make that the first thing after that so we can segue from the update into that then?
Okay, that'll work.
Want to do that? Okay.
That'll work.
So I'll give these next two. I'll give the next two. This one comes from Daily Mail News. Yeah, go ahead. Daily Mail News, and it's sad to say, this is not a happy thing to talk about. Might not be much of a talk on this one, aside from the fact that it's more just an update of keeping yourself protected. Okay, and this comes from Daily News. Fully vaccinated Southwest flight attendant, 36, dies from COVID-19 nearly 2 months after testing positive following trip to Hawaii, families say. So Maurice Reggie Shepperson, 36, died from COVID-19 on Tuesday. He had tested positive for the virus in June after a work trip to Hawaii. His mother and best friend have said he was fully vaccinated and took all precautions like washing his hands and wearing a mask. Shepperson, a flight attendant, was hospitalized in Las Vegas July 7th. He was put on a ventilator and died in the hospital weeks later, his mother said. So the reason why we bring this up is because we're not for or against. Okay, it is a total you thing. It's a your choice thing. But we always want to bring to light that, there are consequences for each one of our choices. So this is a maybe sobering moment. It's not so much tainment, more edu. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to keep in mind, man, that no matter which way you go, we're not sure the ramifications of all of these things that we're doing. Okay? We don't know yet. There's not been 5 years of testing on any of this stuff. We don't have a 3-year testing period. We don't have human trials and all that good stuff to fall back on. So the different things that we bring, the reason why we bring this to you is because it's very important that you stay diligent in understanding that they are going to report the deaths, but they're not going to report those who survive having it. They just like this is a prime example. They want you to see that there are cases where people are still fully vaccinated, still passing away due to being, COVID and all that good stuff. But with that, we wanted to bring that to your attention because you have to understand that this is still a 90% plus 90+% of where people are recovering and going on with their lives. Yes. You know what I mean? But that small percentage, that are passing on, they want you to know about that. And they want you to know without question. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're saying what we're saying. And we're bringing the attention to you. So that's the second one. So you can do the research. It's on Daily Mail Online or Daily Mail News. Once again, Smart News is our choice for getting all of our information together for you. I want to see if I can find the other one. You might have to do this one. I think I sent it to you about the man in LA. Let me see if I can locate this one real quick. Let's see here.
No, I don't believe you did, sir.
Okay. LA man stabbed.
Wait, yes.
Did I send it?
Andrew Kimmel? Yes, that's Andrew Kimmel. You did send it. You sent that. You sent that right after I sent you to New Orleans.
No worries. I got it pulled up here. This is on the Associated Press, AP News, and pretty interesting. But we talked about this. When did we do the Vax Wars?
Oh, about a month ago.
About a month ago, right?
About a month.
So to let you guys know how the Vax Wars are heating up, there was a man stabbed in LA. And an anti-vaccination protest leaves. So he's actually left the hospital now, which is good. I'm glad that he was able to recover. Let me read this to you real quick. This comes once again from the AP News. It says Los Angeles, a man who was stabbed when Los Angeles protests against vaccine mandates turned violent has been released from the hospital. Police said Sunday. The man was stabbed and a news reporter was kicked. A news reporter was kicked after a fight broke out Saturday between anti-vaccination demonstrators and counter-protesters in front of LA City Hall. Now, this is big because we were just talking recently in regards to one of our members, Jamie, his wife that works in the healthcare industry was actually one of the ones who is all prepared, ready to go, but she's being forced to work while some of the other protesters or some of the other nurses have left to protest. So, once again, our heart goes out to those on both sides because, one is fighting for their rights and one is fighting for the care at which they signed up to do, to make sure they're taking care of people. Once again, we don't have a dog in that race, but we do want to say that our hearts go out to both sides because we are once again being pitted against each other by the powers that be. So we can call that what it is. All right. So our heart goes out to both sides of them. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong. We are going to get through this. But I did want to bring that up because once again, I get to say the Vax Wars are heating up.
They're on fire.
They're on fire. Fire.
I mean, you got to think. I mean, did you actually watch the video? I watched the video.
I did. That's why I sent you the video first.
It was one of those things to where you're like, okay, you know, why would something of this magnitude get that heated?
Right.
To me, it makes no sense. But see, here's what you have to understand. There are those Smiths that are basically sent to instigate. They called them Antifa during the riots.
Yep.
Who knows what they're going to call them now? But there are those who literally their whole entire job is to start anarchy and leave. That because all it takes, literally, I forgot which comedian said that, but all it takes is one person throw a chair. That's it. If you ever are in a bar and need to make a quick exit, throw a chair.
Or a drink.
Or a drink. Or a bottle. A fight is going to ensue. A mass brawl is going to ensue. All you have to do is dodge and escape. Because all it takes is one, and it don't matter who threw what. Somebody turned to somebody, and they throwing some blows.
Yep.
That's just the way the game works. I didn't create the game, but I've watched it play out a few too many times. So, literally, okay, so you got to sign, I got to sign. Again, everybody's got a choice. You see what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, hopefully, the individual, he's now out of the hospital. Don't know what side he's on, but it really doesn't matter because basically he's still a human and that's still human life. You see what I'm saying? All over an agenda that none of us are making money off of. Again, people, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but some of these companies giving out jabs, that jabbing everybody is making record. I mean, record sums, breaking all types of glass ceilings in the business. I mean, and these are things you can look up for yourself. So it's not like I'm just like spewing ish. You see what I mean? You can look these things up. But I mean, again, somebody's making, or a group of people are making a lot of money off of this.
A lot.
I don't know any of them.
Lots.
So if you know some of them,
invest in some of the big names.
Oh, bro, look, it's too late. You got to be a major player to invest in some of those companies.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the jab companies, their stocks have gone through the roof. Again, other people jumped on board. So, again, somebody's making money. Just follow the money. And I was told that by some very interesting individuals at a very young age. And they said, son, you ever want to truly find the problem in America, follow the money. Because 99.9% of the time, you find the money, you find the problem and the solution. And you're probably going to find a problem, reaction, and solution. But I ain't one to gossip.
Not me. Now, how girls say it off In Living Color? Now, her down the street, she been doing that thing. But you ain't heard that from me. I ain't one to gossip.
I ain't one to gossip. No. No, sir.
No. So that's going to wrap up the update / segment of this segment. So if you want to go ahead and transition or use that one that we were talking about to transition into, we can go from there.
Okay, so for those of you who did not know or remember, our previous president, 45, pretty much put a state of emergency into effect when it came to terrorism. Well, that expired the other day, and that got reinstituted. But when it got reinstituted, they added some pretty interesting narrative to that, basically putting in things like talking about anti-jab and really ramping up the fact that, that could be a problem. We've got holidays coming up. We've got the 20th anniversary of 9/11 coming up. So Homeland Security has now raised the bar when it comes to what is deemed a terrorist act or a urban terrorist act, and speaking a little too much about the Jaguars could get you caught up. Now, you can be listed a lot of things in this world, people. Trust me, I've been called everything under the sun and some things that are below the sun, because as above, so below. Trust me, I'm not going to go through the laundry list on air right now. But one thing you do not want to be called in this country is a terrorist. That is a label you do not want, because basically you'd be better off in prison. Because out here in the regular street, you're a walking dead.
Yep.
No jobby job, no bank account, no nothing. Nothing. You basically don't exist anymore at that point. And you can't do nothing. Nothing. You better fart downwind, bro. Because if you fart upwind, they could come to see you. I'm just saying.
But you know, I mean, we would look. I mean, look. Have they ever disbanded Guantanamo Bay yet? Or is that still active?
From my understanding, it was no longer being used. So that's just my understanding.
So with that being said, there are still places where you can get lost.
Oh, they don't even have to send you away.
No.
They've got some pretty interesting. I'm going to tell you what, people. Drive across the old Route 66, which is the northern route from pretty much you can go from like Maine all the way to California or all the way to Washington State across the old Route 66. Just take that ride. There's a whole lot of open space, and there are a whole bunch of facilities, a lot of them, that are in the middle of nowhere that have been built. Now, I'm not going to say what those places are because I think you're pretty smart enough to understand what they are. And they're empty. Empty. So, yes, like Earth said, there are a lot of places where you could just get lost for a long durations of time.
Long.
Yes, that's an L. That's a major L. You don't want to you don't want to take that L. You really don't want to take that L. You can take a lot of L's in this world. That's an L you don't want to take.
Nah. Man, look. So when you start talking about domestic terrorism, you're going down a rabbit hole. The rope is just not long enough to pull you out.
No.
Just to be as cool about it as possible. So when you start looking at what you need to be thinking about, what you need to be, the information you need to be gathering, and how the people that provide that information are being silenced, you know, on a major scale. You're talking about people who, like you and me, you know, are just have this thing inside of them. They want to see people be okay. And so therefore, like, I come across information, I want to share it. Well, nowadays, that can cost you more than a pretty penny.
Yep.
And it's always been one of those things where, you know, there's a track record, you know, like will people just come up missing, or when people just come up suicided, you know, too much information. Those who have too much information are a deadly commodity. You know what I'm saying? To own that could mean that you too can become a bye-bye person. You know what I'm saying? What's a bye-bye person? I'm not talking about somebody who buys twice.
You're out of there.
I'm talking about somebody who's bye-bye.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about baseball. We're not like you're out of it. No. You're look, you and it's bad.
You can't go back to the dugout after this one.
No. The dugout ain't letting you back in. They can't. They can't. See, that's just it. They can't. And everything changes for you at that point. So, look, people, do your due diligence. We do have a constitution. Is it being infringed upon? Yes. Will they find loopholes to use to work through? Yes. So what you have to do is you have to be a forward thinker, which basically means you have to see ahead of the curve. So you have to see ahead to know, like, okay, so they're trying to use this loophole, or I see a loophole that's coming up. You better detour or find a way over, around, through, or under that loophole. If not, it's just going to be like a dragnet, and you're just going to scoop you right up. It's going to be like going fishing. They just put the net out.
That's it.
And they just pull you up, and you're just caught up in the mix. And that's how a lot of people get caught up in the mix. Seriously, good people get caught up in the mix. So just be vigilant. Watch the things that you say and that you do. It's sad that you have to do that. We are jungle journalists, so basically we too have to kind of watch what we say. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're not for or against. There's no dog in the fight for Earth and Sky Interactive. But at the end of the day, you know, we're just reporting what they put out there. And if they deem it that we're misreporting and we're actually quoting their sources, then it is what it is. But like yourself, don't put yourself in harm's way for no reason. Because trust me, the truth is all going to come out, people.
Once upon a time.
It may take some time, but the truth is going to come out. You see what I'm saying? So just don't do anything rash.
Which brings us to our next segment.
Yeah.
Starts with an A, ends with a GAN. Our stand, our AN, Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Now,
you ain't talking about the stuff you smoke, right?
Oh no, not the Afghan. No. We're not talking. No. We're not talking about that stuff. Yeah. Now, here's what you have to keep in mind, right? Afghanistan, one of the few countries in this world that has never lost a fight.
Look at the terrain. Like, without technology, and even with technology, dude, they get up in their mountains and burrow in. You're gonna have to blow up the whole mountain. And even then, they got tunnels, so they probably ain't even in that mountain no more. They're about 5 or 6 mountain ranges away.
So, with that being said, let's tap into this one right here.
All right.
Now, let me go ahead and pull it up real quick in my messages, because we had a specific one that I sent you, and I don't want to deviate from that one.
Yes. Taliban sweeping to Afghanistan.
Yes.
Capital after government collapse.
Now, here is the reason why I wanted to bring this one up, right? Because not only has Afghanistan been off everybody's radar.
Who?
Everybody. What? Everybody's radar. Nobody's talked about Afghanistan. Nobody.
Yeah, actually, troops came home.
Troops came home.
That was the talk about. That was the last talk about Afghanistan. Troops came home.
Yeah. So we're not over there, so we don't have any reason to report on that, right? You know, or maybe the activity never stopped, but our reporting on the activity did.
I think you're onto something there, Earth.
Once again, I told you I wanted to chime in about, you know, how information gets to us and what's not allowed to get to us. Like in the update in regards to different things that come up, and the next thing you know, it's like, hey, why don't we have any information on this? It's because they are controlling the flow of information. Information has officially bottlenecked.
Yes.
To where it's
Severely bottlenecked.
To where it's coming through several distributors of news. Okay. And then they distribute it out to their underlings, and they get it in the mass media to where you start seeing it everywhere. Okay, cool. Guess it is what it is when you don't own your own newspaper. You know, Rupert Murdoch, ring a bell, anybody? You know what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, my whole point in even saying that, right, is because now the Taliban is back. When was the last time you heard the name Taliban? The Taliban, really? Like, I thought they were gone.
Well, Taliban, Al Qaeda, Taliban, ISIS. They all sound the same to
ISIL,
me. But I'm what do I know? I'm just a sky guy.
So you know, you look. I'm just an Earth guy. Just an Earth guy. You know, I mean, I've got my vices. Sky drinks water so he can rain down on him. I got my vice that I have. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to green bottle it because, you know, I have to further, you know, take what I make and then, you know, use it. You know, barley, hops, you know, he just needs the water. It comes from everything. It goes up to him. He drinks it, you know, and then it comes back down to us. Sky. So just to say, Taliban sweep into Afghan capital after government collapses. Well, there was some talk about the whole Taliban thing. And if they were, well, one thing you have to understand about the Taliban is they were homegrown. They were created by one of our FBI, one of our alphabet boys. Okay. They were created. We created the Taliban. It's not news.
Trained,
I mean, that's
weapon. They're still using our weapons.
Yeah, that's that. So basically, what I'm saying in regards to that aspect is it's not news. All right. So now, after the Afghan finally collapses, after they finally take the L, who swoops back in? But the Taliban. And you know, if the Taliban swoops in, guess who else swoops in? That's right, we do. So let me just read this little blurb. It says the Taliban swept into Afghanistan's capital Sunday after the government collapsed and the embattled president joined an exodus of his fellow citizens and foreigners, signaling the end of a costly 2-decade U.S. campaign to remake the country. Signaling, let me say that again. Signaling the end of a costly 2-decade U.S. campaign to remake the country. 2 decades would take us back to when?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
2001?
One.
And that means that shortly after 9/11?
Yep. 20th anniversary this year. 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary. Let's not forget that. We will never forget. Okay? So, heavily armed Taliban fighters fanned out across the capital, and several entered Kabul's abandoned presidential palace. Suhal Shaheen, and a Taliban spokesman and negotiator, told the Associated Press that the militants would hold talks in the coming days aimed at forming an open, inclusive Islamic government. Earlier, a Taliban official said that the group would announce from the palace the restoration of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the formal name of the country ordered under Taliban rule before the militants were ousted by U.S.-led forces in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. Just said that, didn't we? Which were orchestrated by Al Qaeda, while it was being sheltered by the Taliban. This said those names sound very similar, right? There's a reason for that. But the plan appeared to be on hold. So let me just read that last part one more time. The militants were ousted by U.S.-led forces. Taliban militants were forced out by U.S. forces in the wake of the 9/11 attacks, okay, which were orchestrated by Al-Qaeda while it was being sheltered. Now, if you remember, right, that's when the government, U.S. government, we decided that we were going to just take it all over. We started out in Saudi Arabia.
We're just going to occupy the whole thing.
Just take the whole thing over. Now, we already know that since we're going to go that route, we might as well go that route this way. And that's what they did. They went over this route a couple of different times and said, you know what, now that we're here, let's go over there. Well, you know what? We never really got any clarity with this area over here, so let's go over there too. Yeah. Plus, they've got a nice little chunk of oil, not to mention those poppy plants. Ain't that good for heroin?
Heroin! Yeah. Lady heroin.
Lady heroin. Sunshine.
For those of you who know Harlem Nights,
air, boy. Throw that thing in the air and turn to sunshine. Sunshine. Sky, you had some of that, didn't you? Some of that lady heroin?
Oh, yeah.
Some of that sunshine.
Some of that sunshine. Well, that sunshine, people, I'm going to tell you, it gets you in trouble.
Get you real trouble.
Trouble.
There's a big price for cheap sex. Big price. So my whole point in bringing that up is because now that they are back on the march for Afghanistan, and Afghanistan has now been, for lack of better terms, toppled, that means that it's wide open. Finally, for the plundering. And keep in mind, once again, that has never happened to Afghanistan before. So if this was the last holdout, what's coming next?
Well, what I find interesting in this is over 20 years, everything going on, not once did the government up and bounce. We left, and the government just like, you know what? I'm tired of this. So, yeah, I suggest all y'all in the embassy, I suggest y'all ride with us, because if you don't, you ain't making it out alive. And we're about to be out. 20 years of trying to do everything under the sun, coups to insurgents to wars, and they didn't go nowhere. Freely left on their own accord. Notice nowhere did Earth read they were forced out, they were took hostage, they were under siege. No, they just embattled. Like, oh, we're about to catch it. Okay, think about this now. Who's got more high-tech toys to play with? I'm pretty sure we do. And if we couldn't make you leave after 20 years, and you got some people who got our throwaways, and you just decided to just say, meh, I'm done, meh. That smells really, really rotten to me. Like to the point of just stinks to high heaven.
3-day-old fish, anybody?
Oh man, you about to go on a fresh week of fish, bro, because this is bad. This stank. I mean, again, I'm trying to connect the dots. You see what I'm saying? But like, some people call me conspiracy theorist. I like to think of myself as like, look, if it don't make sense, then it don't make sense. Does that make any sense at all? 20 years trying to get you out, and look at the people believe in this coincidence of it being the 20th anniversary of us literally going to war. And they just finally decided we're going to break camp. We're done. We're outro. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out. Y'all can have this. Now, mind you, we've only sent a total so far of 2,000 troops. 2,000. So what does that tell you? What I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you what. Over 20 years, the toys have gotten a lot more efficient.
Yep,
a lot more efficient.
Like,
okay, look here, people. For those of you who are old enough to remember, like Gaddafi.
Oh,
okay. On live television, they shot a cruise missile. Live television. That missile had a camera on it. On live TV, they showed it go through his front door. He wasn't home but killed his sons. On live TV over, 30 years ago?
30.
So, if you think the toys have not gotten super duper since then, when you only send 2,000 people to one of the most ruggedest terrains on the planet, you tell me what's cracking. Because I'm going to tell you, it ain't going to take long. Literally, get in, get out. As far as we know, they're already done.
Right.
we may get told they're still over there having to handle business and all of that good stuff. But people, I'm gonna tell you what, they got some things. They got some things that make you go, And like Arsenio Hall used to say, So them things, yeah, them things make things disappear. I mean, yeah. Got gorillas that can make things go kablamo. One of my favorite rappers said that line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My favorite rappers, G1, said that line. Just saying.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
You know, so I really, that's a very interesting thing. Now, again, I was very happy when they finally came back because a lot of the troops didn't want to go in the first place.
Right.
But of course, they signed up. They're doing their job. They're doing their duty. And I appreciate them. I love them for that. I honor and salute them. But in this flow right here.
And don't forget, I'm ex-military. Don't
let it. There you go.
So you
but
know,
this one right here, there's something ain't making sense. I mean, a lot of things don't make sense. Like the truth about a few things, how things really started are starting to come out about past wars. That's a completely different episode. So I'm not going down that route.
Right.
But something about this doesn't smell right. And again, like I was told by a blue-haired individual in my very young age, son, you want to find the problem, son? You want to know what the problem is, son? Son, the money, son. Follow the money, son.
Follow the money, son.
That's what he told me. Follow the money. And I'd be willing to look, you get on that money trail, a whole lot of truth's going to end up coming out, which the truth will come out anyway. It always does.
Anyways, it always does. It always does.
Like, so you're back over there. Oh, and by the way, new sanctions have been posted on Iran too.
Really?
So isn't it interesting how we're going back over to Afghanistan? Sanctions are being posted or have just been posted on Iran again. Oh, and 3 officials from Cuba.
3 officials from Cuba? What?
Well, you got to remember, dude, they shut the country down. Like, they were like, oh, your money's our money. So we just closed the bank. Your money's our money. Oh, you ain't getting no food. You ain't getting no water. And the media coverage just stopped. What, people, you think that they got their food back and they got their money back? Really? You think so?
All they have to do is turn off, flip the switch on a topic, out of sight, out of mind.
See, the thing
Out of
is,
sight, out of mind.
Too many large stars started speaking up. Too many people who have international clout, too many people with large sums of money who send their peoples large sums of money started getting quite upset. We got to put this. We got to put the. You put too much stank on that one. Yep. You got to turn the stank down on that one. As a matter of fact, turn the stank off. Turn the stank off.
Stank off. Stank off.
So they turned the stank off on that. And you haven't heard. Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? Oh, and by the way, they're about to get beat down with another hurricane that's coming through. Hurricane Fred.
Hurricane Fred.
Oh, definitely shout out.
We're gonna talk about it. You ain't got it. That's the next one up. That's the next one up. That's the next one up.
Okay.
I knew you was going. I felt it. I'm up there. Look. Already got it.
Yes.
Already had it ready to go.
Yes. Yes. Marvel.
That's Earth and Sky, baby. We unite. We are one.
Woo.
We are one. No one looks like. You seeing it right here. 2 screens, 1 mind. Let's go. Boom. Earth and Sky. Interactive, baby. Interactive. So, did you want me to go into that now? Or
yes.
Okay. Cool. I didn't want to steal.
We are in that region. Might as well have at it.
Let's have at it. We want to send our condolences to all the people of Haiti.
Yes.
We want to send our most heartfelt, deep condolences to those who have been taken away, who are now amongst the ancestors in Haiti. The now 1,297 people have been taken away.
And that's not including the injured. That's just those who are gone.
That's just those who are gone. In the recent earthquake that happened in Haiti. We'll go ahead and read it. The death toll of powerful earthquake in Haiti soars to 1,297. This is all on the Associated Press. It was released, just a short period ago, and it says the death toll from the magnitude 7.2 earthquake in Haiti soared at least 1,297. At least 1,297. So they're expecting more. Sunday, as rescuers race to find survivors amid the rubble ahead of a potential deluge from an approaching tropical storm. Saturday's earthquake also left at least 2,800 people injured in the Caribbean nation, with thousands more displaced from their destroyed or damaged homes. Survivors in some areas were forced to shelter in streets or soccer fields with their few salvaged belongings, while overloaded hospitals scrambled to help those who were injured. Yet the devastation could soon worsen with the coming of Tropical Depression Grace, which is predicted to reach Haiti on Monday. Monday night.
After Fred.
That's after Fred. The U.S. National Hurricane Center demoted the tropical storm to a depression Sunday, but forecasters warned that regardless, Grace still posed a threat to bring heavy rain, flooding, and landslides. Listen, man. When we, as Americans, say things like there's a cost for freedom, our freedom isn't free, I don't think we totally understand the fullness of that. Okay? And some of us do, some of us don't. All right? Some of us who have actually lost loved ones and paid prices that way, kind of get a inkling of that idea. Haiti, which was freed, and not only freed, they fought for their independence and won it, still had to pay billions of dollars back to the French, which leaves this country impoverished.
Now, go ahead.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You add to.
Again, getting back to what Earth was speaking on what's allowed to be seen and siphoned through. Okay, all we see of Haiti are broke, starving people. I'm here to tell you, people, there's a completely different side to Haiti. Most of Haiti, as a matter of fact, it's very well developed. Homes are amazing, immaculate. You got to remember, people, their cabs are BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, are their cabs. There are some extremely wealthy people in that country. There are people who are doing extremely well in that country. So don't just think that what you see when they show you the people running around and they don't got no shoes on, or they show you one of those clinics that are out on the fringe, you see what I'm saying, that don't have it's a dirt floor. And look, that's not all of Haiti. And the Haitian people hate when they do that like that, because it portrays them in a very, very poor, uncivilized light, and that is not true. So just know this. The reason why, see, look, if you lived in a hut, the death toll wouldn't be that bad, would it? No, it wouldn't. The reason why the death toll is that bad is because these nice homes, these nice buildings, these nice apartments toppled. That's why you have a high death toll, a death count. And it's going to go up. And that's what's so sad, is the fact that, one, they're being misportrayed, and the fact that the loss of life, and you've got a tropical depression, which is going to drop probably a foot or so of rain, if they're lucky. Fred, now Grace. Come on, y'all. Come on, man.
What was the name of it? Was it? Research this one for me. Fred Astaire and
Ginger Rogers.
Ginger Rogers. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was Grace. My bad. All right.
Nope. Still started with a G, though.
Still started with a G. So, they tap danced their way and sang their way through the hearts of many. And in this case, Fred and Grace are not tap dancing. They're just fucking stomping through a lot of different areas. So, once again, kind of sobering. Not all the happy, joy. But these are things that most people will not even know about, unless, the news once the news is deciding to turn this story on, and once they turn the story off, you'll hear little brief murmurs about it later on down the line. We're just giving you what we give you. And the reason why we do that is because we understand that as Earth and Sky, we're jungle journalists. So for us to bring the news to you is what we're supposed to do. Okay, we're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to talk to you about the news that affects the gorillas. We're those jungle journalists.
Primates, people.
Primates.
Posables.
Let's not forget. Troop up. Troop up.
Troop up. Primates, people. Primates.
So, but I wanted to go there. So, hey, there you have it. Do your research, do your studies, find out what's going on, find out what's happening, find out how you can play a part. You know what I'm saying? But most of all, just understand that the protection that we have over here is a premium. It's a premium, people. It's a premium. Okay? Are you not edutained?
Are you not edutained?
Are you not edutained?
I mean, it. Of course, again, we want to bring you the lighter side. There is, of course, a darker side. We are universal, so again, we are not all about the doom and the gloom and the gloom and the doom. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we are jungle journalists, and we are going to swing that vine that nobody wants to swing into an area that nobody wants to swing at, and we there, and we ain't leaving until we get the information we need, and then we're going to swing back and we're going to report it to y'all because that's what we do. That's the Earth and Sky Interactive. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, we may ruffle some feathers with the things that we say, but at the same token, I bet you're thinking now. I can guarantee you're thinking now. And that's what it's about. It's about getting you thinking, getting you interactive, making you a active participant and being proactive in your life instead of reactive. Because if you're reactive in your life, you're going to have problems.
Yep.
I can guarantee you are going to have problems.
Here's one that I came across, right, that I wanted to talk about. Very interesting. I didn't get a chance to read it, so I'm gonna read it to you, and we'll have our reaction with it. Okay. But this one was, give me 1 second here. There it is, right there. So apparently, Simone Biles is making news a different way than doing, floor routines in the Olympics, or not performing and doing floor routines in the Olympics. Something tells me they're about to start trying to come after this lady. Something tells me if they haven't already been doing it, they're going to be coming after her. So this is on Aces Showbiz. Once again, they in Simone Biles shares health updates after bitten by German shepherds, plural. Now, German shepherds, I've got to read this one out so we can kind of just get into this a little bit more, all right? Because
I know where you're going, and proceed.
All right.
Well, I know where you're going.
Wishing Simone Biles a speedy recovery. The 24-year-old Olympic gymnast shared with fans that she's recovering from a painful dog bite. Taking to Instagram stories, Simone revealed that she suffered an injury on her finger. We'll talk about that in a second, though. Phalanges. Okay? German shepherds don't play. I've grown up my whole life with German shepherds and never got bit. Okay? I don't think you just heard what I said.
Say that again.
That's the first line that I read, and you tell me that this German shepherds don't play. Quote, I've grown up my whole life with German shepherds and never got bit. This dog at the farm just said not today, end quote. The athlete said in a video on Friday, August 13th. Whoa. What day was that? Friday.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. Laugh out loud. I went to the DR to get a tetanus shot. Went to the DR to get a tetanus shot? Oh, the doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were.
No, she didn't go to the Dominican Republic, bro.
Thank you. Okay. I'm like, help me out here. Like, my mind had to wrap. I'm like, why would you go to the DR to get a tetanus shot? All right.
You sure you want to get a tetanus shot to the DR?
Right. People coming up missing over there. So here's the thing, though, right?
But look, the food is amazing. The views and the weather are nice, and the people are some of the most hospitable people under the sun. So let's just make sure that disclaimer's out there.
Okay. I'll leave that one out there. But she says that she never got bit all the years that she had German Shepherds around her. Never. Now, you know, and I know that German Shepherds are known for their military use in militaries ever since World War II and beyond. Actually, hunting and military. We're talking about
law enforcement as a whole.
Period, as a whole. Now, she gets bit on her finger. I'm going to read a little bit more into this, right? As a gymnast, not only a gymnast, but the world's leading gymnast, number one gymnast.
Yes.
One.
Uno.
She was bit on her finger, the phalange. Let me tell you how important your phalanges are while you're doing gymnastics. Let's look at the horse routine. The balance beam.
Yep.
The rings.
All of them.
You
need your hands for all of them. Phalanges best be working properly.
So, what if? Let's play what if right quick. What if this would have been a situation? What if this would have been a situation where that finger was damaged beyond use enough to where she could no longer do gymnastics?
Easy way to ride off into the sunset. Easy way to fade to black. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I mean, it kind of like her whole, like, you know, she stepped down from doing Olympic competition to when the truth actually came out. People were like, oh, my bad. Yeah, she took medication, and guess what? Tokyo said, no to that medication. You can have it. It's banned here.
Banned.
So she could not take her medication for the anxiety that she's always had. So at that point, people who all of a sudden were like, oh, well, she can't. She knew the job was dangerous, and if she wants to be a professional athlete, yeah, you sound like Charlie Brown now, because she was taking medication for it and couldn't, and somehow, some way, made it as far as she did in the individual competition without it.
Without it.
Yeah. So
what would she have done? Hold on, let me just jump in here real quick. What would she have done if, number one, the routines that she wanted to do and is capable of doing were allowed, number one, and two, she was allowed to utilize the medications that are not banned in the USA but banned in China? Okay.
Gold. She'd have got about 4 or more medals. I mean, no problem. She would have swept the individuals. But you got to look though, and I can definitely see where you're going with that fade to black, because basically, you know, now here's the story that came out about the young lady who did win individual gold.
Which one?
Basically, yeah, the young lady who did win gold.
Yeah,
she actually pretty much was very down on her luck, and you know, she had some bad stuff kind of go on, and she had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of negative self-talk. And Simone Biles was like, yo, why don't you move down here with me and train? I got you. She moved down the train with Simone Biles. Now she's a gold medalist. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, look at the storyline. Look at how everything kind of like literally
bullshit.
Right, so it's one of those things to where, you know, I mean, she's done enough for the sport, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
She has. I mean, for her to walk away I wouldn't trip. I wouldn't get on her. I wouldn't say a damn thing about it. Why? Because she's earned the right to do so, because she's just that good. She's ahead of her time. She's getting to be senior citizen age in the land of gymnastics, because, you know, once you get into your like mid-20s, they think of you literally as a senior citizen in gymnastics. Like, oh, the old lady.
You're 2 steps from the dinosaur.
Yeah, basically. Put it this way. She goes to another Olympics, she will be a dinosaur, officially. And she will be a gymnastic dinosaur, officially, if she goes to another Olympics.
Right.
And yet and still could go to another Olympics. Oh, and guess what? I think the Olympics are going to be where? Are they going to be in Chicago?
No.
No?
Really? I got to check that one out. Let me see.
It's about due for them to be in America again. Not sure exactly where they're going to be, but usually it goes back to a city that's hosted it because they know they can host it. So you'll be looking at either LA, GA, in the ATL, the Chi. They normally don't set up base camp somewhere they've never been. So.
Oh, Paris.
Oh, it's Paris.
2024 Summer Olympics location.
Oh, Paris. That's different. Now that's different. That makes me sit up in my seat a little bit.
Yep.
Paris, huh? We'll see how that's working.
Right. 2024, 2028 host city election, Olympic Games. LA 2028.
I figured it was coming back to America sooner or later.
Yeah.
It normally makes its rotation. It'll do an Asian spot, European spot, American spot. Then it goes back in rotation. European spot, Asian spot. So this is how
it's like, as they continue to rape and pillage each city they go into. Rape and pillage.
Well, here's the interesting thing about the last one. Nobody really made any money. Because they didn't support it. People, do your research on this one. They were not rioting. They were picketing and protesting in the streets every day of the Olympics. Every single day. To a point literally where it was like, wow, like y'all really know they really didn't want the Olympics going on. It wasn't the fact that they didn't want America there. They didn't want anybody there.
Right.
Like, all of y'all stay home, have the Olympics somewhere else. Don't have it here. We really don't care about your feelings. Nobody in that country supported it.
Keep you in the house.
So
you go home.
There wasn't like that big buku money to be made like it is when it's in America, where like, you look, man, that's literally billions of dollars made in a short amount of time in one specific location. Yep. Straight up.
And guess what?
This time.
It sucks the life out of the area where it's in. Like, it does. I mean, usually they got reports where, like, once these stadiums are built and all these different things are built, to where these, shortly after, those areas become, encroached upon by crime, poverty. Wastelands.
What do you do with buildings? What do you do with dorms that you just popped up? What do you do with these facilities that you don't normally use? Who do you sell them to?
Right.
Who's going to buy them? Oh, and then all the people who were displaced. Because guess what? You're not getting a hotel room within a 50-mile radius.
Not at all.
You're not getting on a highway, off a highway, byway, plane, train, automobile. Bruh, you just don't. You get there beforehand, or you just don't go. Or unless you got a private jet, my bad.
Unless you got a private jet.
My bad.
Unless you got a private jet.
Then you just swoop.
Swoop on in, swoop on out.
Yep, swoop on in, swoop on out. You didn't have to go through security or nothing. You just get whoop, whoop.
Ushered in. So, yeah, I just thought that was really, really interesting. Like, how is she now all of a sudden getting attacked by dogs? You know what I mean? Like, these storylines that they come up with, man, like, are amazing. You know what I'm saying? Amazing, bro. Like, who are their writers? I really want to know.
Look, they need WWE writers.
Come on with it. You feel me? Come on with it. I mean, really.
They need WWE's writers, man, because at least the WWE get it. Like, oops, we recycled that one too many times. We can't use that one again. Like, they literally, it's just like, all right. And again, will she go to another Olympics? Probably not. Will she compete in another U.S. championships? Of course, they have those all the time. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not like she's not going to be okay. She will be financially straight. She owns her own gym. And it's not a small one.
Yeah,
and she trains Olympians at it, which means everybody wants to go where the Olympians are at.
Right.
And her name is Simone Biles.
And she will always forever be like one of those people. Like, I mean, you know, that you can count on. She can open up, you know, multiple gyms. You know what I'm saying? Franchise them out.
And look, she's straight. She's straight. And I didn't know her boyfriend plays football in the NFL. I had no idea.
Yeah. I just saw something on that a little while ago. I forgot who her boyfriend is.
Yeah, he's a receiver. He's a receiver. I forgot what team he plays for.
Hey,
but
we're Earth and Sky. Let's look it up.
We are the interactive. We are the
interactive.
So I mean, he was worried about his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She came home. You know what I'm saying? He was happy about that. But I mean, it's just a fact of like, I had no idea. But usually, most of the time, professional athletes date other professional athletes.
Jonathan Owens. Plays for the Houston Texans. And he is a, plays safety.
Oh, he's a safety? I thought he was a receiver.
Safety.
Oh, he's a safety. Okay, so he's a safety for the Texans.
Yeah.
Well, by golly. That's what's up.
I'm telling you.
So
he got that good. He getting that good limber.
Look here, man.
Height.
Look. There are advantages to certain things, people. We're not going to go into those advantages right now. That's a different show. That's like a quantum after dark.
That's a quantum after dark call right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Which we're much overdue for.
We're
much overdue for.
We are definitely going to have to run back a quantum after dark.
Yeah.
We can even speak on that topic. Nah.
Yeah. Ooh wee.
Might even mess around and go dig up Graybeard.
Hey.
That's Silverback.
Yeah, now you bring Graybeard into it. Ain't no telling what the hell he's gonna say. You got to watch that dude. I'm telling you, man. Watch that dude. Because ain't no telling what he's gonna say when the time comes. So.
But it is pretty interesting, though, how narratives shift. How, again, it's really obvious now that they throttle down a lot of things. They throttle down the media.
Very obvious.
You know, everything's an algorithm now. It used to be that on social media, all your friends would see your posts. Well, now if you're not in the algorithm, only a handful of your friends will see your post.
Right.
Until you do whatever it is that you do to get into the algorithm, then everybody else will see your posts. Kind of like Instagram. You got to crack the code. But once you get in, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 9,000 likes, views, happen on the daily then. But you've got to get in this algorithm.
Right.
And pretty much it's almost like the news is set up on an algorithm now.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, so we're going to bottleneck this, but turn that one halfway on. But then we're going to completely turn it off immediately. And then we're going to reopen up the one that we got the trickle going, full blast. It's like, can you give me some consistency here, people? Can you give me some consistency? Like, so Fred's coming. Nobody's saying nothing about Fred. We're talking about Grace, but I've never seen, and they showed this on the Weather Channel. And again, people, we are Earth and Sky Interactive, so do your research on this.
Please do.
2 days ago, they showed Fred and Grace both formulating in the Atlantic side by side.
Mm.
Now, I've seen them follow each other, but I've never seen two storms side by side. What
Right.
that tells me is there's about to be a superstorm, and it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And you're going to see, we've never seen this before. Two storms have merged, two tropical storms have merged into one supercell.
That's the crazy part about it, man. This reeks of heart. This reeks of heart. Now, once again, that's a conspiracy theory, but
No, it's real. Look, HARP is real. That's not a conspiracy theory. Look that up, people. It's real. It's so real. Look. It's so real. Jesse Ventura, or for those of you who are old enough to know his wrestling name, Jesse the Body Ventura, went to where HARP is located. Buddy walked up on the gate and homie ran up on him. He was like, whoa. Now, mind you, Jesse Ventura was the governor of Minnesota. So it's not like Jesse Ventura is not a known individual. He went up there and they were like, nah, you can't come past this gate. No. He started asking questions. They were like, you got to go. Like, you have to leave.
That's right, on his show. He did have a show where he was debunking or actually bringing, what was it called? What was the show called?
Let's look it up.
Look it up. Well, while you do that, I'll tell you. HARP stands for High Frequency Active Aurora Research Program.
His show was called Conspiracy Theory.
I knew it was something like that. I knew something with conspiracy was in it.
Literally, it was called Conspiracy Theory. It was on from '09 until it ran 22 episodes.
That's a couple of seasons.
And the first episode was hard.
See?
On December 2nd, 2009.
So I'm looking at a conspiracy theories abound us, and this is in the NBC News, www.nbc News. Conspiracy theories abound us, U.S. military closes HARP. Says the U.S. Air Force has told Congress it intends to shut down HARP, a controversial Alaska-based research facility that studies upper atmosphere. Let's see. Conspiracy
bullshit.
Come on, bro. You know what that? I'm gonna tell you what that means to me, right? When I hear this, I'll tell you what just popped in my head. Is that when they shut down something, let's say they did shut down this particular facility. This facility gets transformed into something, but usually they've done enough research to be able to mass produce multiple HARPs, multiple locations.
Small and all these condensed versions.
Yep. So it says here, conspiracy theorists are abuzz about the news given that HARP, short for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, has long been the center of wild speculation that the program is designed to control the weather, or worse. What's the or worse? Wow. If you control the weather, what is worse than that?
Look, upper atmosphere.
You know, one of the most powerful X-Men was a black girl who actually dated the Black Panther, and her name was Storm, because she was called the Weather Witch. She can control the weather, make it snow, make it rain like a laptop,
lightning, all that,
like a lap dance, make
tsunamis.
It rain, like tsunamis, weather. Come on, man. So, with that being the case, it says, let's see, in 2010, Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez claimed that HARP, our program like it, triggered the Haiti earthquake. Whoa. I'm sorry. Is this all coming back around to? Whoa.
Follow the money, because we all know Hugo's track record in America.
Right.
No, we know Hugo's track record in the Bush family. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
Now, you also have to remember, a lot of these countries were no jab spots. Kind of crazy how no jab spots is getting L's right now. They're taking L's right now, people.
Yeah.
Major L's.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you see how that comes back around though? I mean, we got on Hart on a totally different scenario.
And fell right back in line.
So for the record, the Haitian earthquake of 20 for the record, you know what that means? This is what's stated in the record. So for the record, the Haitian quake of 2010 was caused by the slippage of a previously unmapped fault along the border of the Caribbean and North American tectonic plates.
Unmapped my ass.
For the record.
That means we're about to sweep this under the rug. Look. Kind of like Jedi mind trick. Obi-Wan was like, there's nothing to see here. Go about your way. Right.
There are no droids.
No droids. The droid is sitting right there. Like, it wasn't like they even tried to hide him, bro. Like, they wasn't even trying to hide him. It was just like, there's no droids. There's nothing to see here. Go about your way.
I need a CBD break off of that one.
Goodness.
This is how we do it. CBD break.
But yeah, people. While he takes the CBD flowage, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just craziness, man. That's just pure unadulterated craziness. Why? Because look, we all know that there's a lot of things that go on in this world that at the end of the day, we only know part. Now, we can play connect the dots and we can kind of get a glimpse. But see, we were told that a lot of things, quote unquote, conspiracy theories, right? It's kind of crazy. Now, mind you, some of them pan out and some of them don't pan out. But I find it really interesting. The ones that you would deem to be utterly bizarre, that would never make any sense at all, the ones that you poo-poo the most are the ones that actually come true. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just the fact that, like, once you actually think that, like, oh, that's too ludicrous. There's no way. There's just no way that could be right.
Right.
5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, they're like, oh, and then the truth comes out. And now, Houston, we have a problem. Why do we have a problem? Because now all of a sudden, but see, they realized that I've got you busy looking at what the right hand's doing. You're never going to look back at the left because the right's got you. It's got you. I'm mesmerizing you, aren't I? Yeah. Bingo. Left hand just got you. Robbed you blind. Cock locked and loaded. I mean, and basically, they've been running that game for a very long. And again, these aren't new scripts, people.
None.
So I do find it interesting how Haiti, again, earthquake. Hugo Chavez has been known to speak out. My man was like, I smell sulfur.
Yeah.
He was like, I smell sulfur. The devil's here. I smell sulfur. Dude, I was like, yo.
What now? Tell me about that. What was that?
Yo. You look. America. Look up Venezuela's and look up the Bushes and look up the feud, straight feud, like to a point where I'm surprised like that man just didn't come up missing. There are a lot of places that come up missing in Venezuela, people. Again, they say global warming and it's overpopulated. There's thousands of acres of land with no one in it. I can tell we don't even have to leave the country. We don't even have to leave some of y'all states. I can take you to places that you live in, right? Yeah, you like that, right? He read that shit. I told you.
I'm going to use that shit. He says, speaking one day after Bush addressed the same session of the General Assembly, Chavez announced, "The devil came here yesterday, and it smells of sulfur still today. This table that I am now standing in front of." So at the point Chavez made the sign of the cross, positioned his hands as if praying. Look, wow, yo,
bro,
Chavez is a beast,
dude.
He is a monster for that one, yo.
He has never, ever had a problem speaking his piece, bro. And him and Junior,
Mercury and water.
Junior said left, he said right. Literally, like, and it didn't matter what it was on. That's why like I said, how he survived. I have no idea. Like how he made it as long as he did.
Right.
I don't think he's alive now. I think he passed the natural causes. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah,
but
let's check it out.
You know. But then again, I mean, a lot of crazy things happen and they look natural. They look natural as hell, don't they?
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, you go with that dude.
Let's see. Nope, he died March 5th.
Yep.
From July 28th, 1954 to March 5th, 2013.
Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, so, look. Did he drink the Kool-Aid? Or did he drink the spoiled milk? Because you know how the little rascals say, "Don't drink the milk." Why? Spoiled.
Right.
So, look, we will never know. Only he will know, but he cannot tell that tale. So, but I mean, look, when you're outspoken to a point, you gotta watch who you're talking about. Because I mean, again, you might be insulated or what you think is insulated, but last I checked back then, the dollar was banging everywhere. And you thought your boy was your boy, but they start flashing, a couple $100,000, $500,000, $1 million in US dollars to your boy. That's spending like 50 million over here at the time.
Right.
Yeah, so I was supposed to taste test his tea, but what had happened was I had to use the bathroom, and they took the tea in there. My bad, bro. Just saying, because when you're that type of dude and you're saying things about world leaders, especially Junior, you better make sure somebody tasting your food, your drink, checking your bed, your cars.
Yep. All of it.
Because look here,
you
man.
Need a body double at that point.
Look, thank you. That was Pablo Escobar's problem. I get it. You can't trust nobody, but dude, when you start wiping out your own boys, like he just wipe out his whole crew and go get another crew, and then wipe them out and go get some more. I'm like, yo, dude, like, yeah. But then again, I mean, pretty much he was probably at one point the richest man on the planet. Like, he could easily mess with Saudi sheiks, easily, and he ain't got oil. The oil he got ain't black, but still come from the earth, though.
Yep.
And he was slinging it everywhere.
Single-handedly. You know what I'm
all
saying?
By himself.
Cocaine.
Cocaina.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, these are the things, man. We touch on a lot of different things, man. We definitely touch on a lot of different things.
But I like how that came back to Haiti and an earthquake, and Haiti just had another earthquake.
Right. Just had another earthquake.
Literally.
Wow.
So it's crazy that we spoke on that, and that was not even that wasn't even on the docket.
Wow.
At all. So
well, I tell you, man, it's not easy being earth and sky. It's not easy. I'm looking for the next thing that I see here. Where's she being American?
Bruh. There's a ton of there's a super duper tonnage. All types of tonnage.
So we talked about the Taliban in Kabul. We talked about
actually really quick.
Yeah.
I know we don't talk about it too often. We don't talk on a sports tip too often.
Yeah, matter of fact, take this there. You know why I don't go to sports that often is because I'm not a sports dude, but you are.
But you'll be able to appreciate this because you know of one of the individuals that I'm going to speak on.
Okay.
So last night, a young man by the name of Nico Ali Walsh. Nico Ali Walsh is the grandson of Muhammad Ali. He made his pro debut last night.
Really?
So I just want to give that shout out. Why? Because Muhammad Ali is a legend. He is an icon. His name will forever be in the lexicon of the world. Forever. And ever and ever and ever and ever. And him lighting the torch in the Olympics just put the cap on that till the planet blow up. Let's keep that real. So his grandson, mind you, his mom, last fight that she ever went to was Muhammad Ali's last fight that he had. So she hasn't been to a fight in that long, but said she wouldn't miss her son's fight for the world. Now, Nico basically said that I'm not fighting because I'm an Ali. He's fighting because he enjoys the fight. I mean, it kind of runs in the family. You know what I'm saying? When your aunt's the best female boxer of her time, Clarissa Shields, I can definitely say has that title now. You know what I'm saying? But Layla held it down.
Layla did her thing.
When she was doing her thing, she held it down. That would have been a nice one to see Shields, Ali. Ooh, boy, that'd have been a goodie. But I just want to give a quick shout out to Nico. I watched the fight. He bounced around. He had that nice little bounce to him. He's middleweight. Had that nice little bounce to him. And he had that jab. Wop, wop, wop. 2-3 jabs. Wop, wop, wop. Rangefinder. Wop, wop, wop. And all of a sudden he saw the opening. Dropped the hammer. Pow. Dropped the hammer. Pow. I gotta say, he stunned Buddy a couple times. Good. I was like, oh,
wow.
He's got form and he's raw still. Mind you, this was his first pro fight. So you can see that there's going to be a future for him. Now, mind you, peep this now. How many times does a debut fighter get the co-main event status for a 4-round fight?
Wow. Did he knock Buddy out?
Oh, he stoppage. The ref just didn't feel comfortable with him with the dude taking to take more abuse. Could he have taken more abuse? Yep, and he would have took some more abuse because Nico was putting the beats on him. Nico, unlike his granddad, look, the bobbing and weaving ain't all about the bobbing and weaving. My man's like, I'm gonna jab, pop, 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 and he ain't moving. He ain't floating he might have had that hop, but when he set them feet, them hands was flying. And here's the interesting thing about that card last night.
Okay.
You had Nico Ali Walsh, who's you'll never guess who his quote unquote Don't know if it's official, but they said it last night. I have to do some deep diving into this. Who do you think Nico Ali Walsh's godfather is?
Godfather. Please don't tell me. What's his name? King.
No.
Who?
No.
Who?
Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav is the son, public enemy number one. 911 is a joke. Get up, get down. 911 is joking your town.
Yo.
Flav was up in the house last night. I can't front. Flav was up in the house last night. And that's what, when they put the thing up with Flav's name, they put Nico, of course, was talking to him all week, gave him the info, was like basically very deep friend of the family. Pretty much that's his godfather.
Wow.
Flavor Flav.
Wow.
I just thought I'd bring that. Because again, these are things that you can relate to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big sports guy, true, but you know who Muhammad Ali is. And you definitely know who Flavor Flav.
Wow.
Yeah. So he won last night. There'll be some great things coming from him. I definitely look for his next fights to come. Of course, he won't be the main event status. That was because basically, and here's the interesting thing about that. Also on that card was a Morrison. Tommy Morrison, who basically was a heavyweight fighter, which was in Rocky. Okay.
Yeah.
Ended up having HIV, passed on. But another Morrison was in there last night. He was 17-0 when he entered the ring. He is now 18-0 when he exited the ring. His first 6 rounds. So he went the distance, got the decision. He's now 18-0.
Wow.
But even they said there's like the upper echelon of the heavyweights, and then there's a gap.
He's in the gap.
There's everybody else. You see what I'm saying? They're like, will he ever get a title shot? Probably not. But, he's entertaining to watch. Definitely got promise. His footwork definitely looked better than his last fight. But the whole Nico thing, I definitely wanted to bring that up and give him a shout out because, of course, he's got Ali in his name. So, and how many men do you know who have hyphenated last names? Think about
That's interesting.
Think about that.
It's always new when I hear that type of thing too. Like no matter when I hear a male with a
I've only heard it a couple times in sports, like football. Only a couple times. Very rare. Very rare will you hear a male have a hyphenated last name. So that just stuck out to me, and of course, him being Muhammad Ali's grandson. And they showed even deeper. He wore Muhammad Ali's trunks.
Get out of here.
The Everlast trunks that Muhammad Ali wore was the Everlast trunks that Nico Ali Walsh wore in the ring.
Oh wow!
He wasn't gun shy. He wasn't like, the bright lights. I mean, you gotta think about it, dude. He's an Ali. He's been around fighting his whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Bruh, I'm about to blow your wig so far back. Can you read the screen? Get real close. You ready for this?
Okay.
Hello, Lamont. Yes, long time no see indeed. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and I told you, son. I told you you weren't going to believe who just left a comment. Yes, Lamont, we are still doing what we do. As you can see the little banner in the background. And I'm actually in your home state, believe it or not. Believe that one, things have changed. I am not on the West Coast, and neither is he. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Where is he at? We talked about you too much.
Well, hey,
Karen?
thank you, Karen. Thank you, Ka.
Tell Ka we send our love. We send our love to you, man. We've been talking about you, man. We talked you up.
Yes, but look. We talk about the Oracle appears, right?
Right. Every time.
What's going on, Jamie?
Jamie, what's up, man? We were talking about you earlier, too.
Yes, great to see you, Lamont. Yes, we will definitely have to catch up on Facebook and do some things and chit-chat and all of that.
Yes.
For sure. Meet up, because it's been a long time. A lot of catching up to do.
Lots of catching up to do.
A ton.
Wow.
Look. He just showed up like Theodore. Oh, it's about to get better.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Ka.
What?
Oh my goodness, it is so good to hear from y'all. Y'all just don't know. We chit chat about y'all often. We really do. Like we really do. That time was something that will be forever in one's heart and mind. Forever.
It got us to where we at right now.
Yeah.
It got us to where we at right now. It's the reason why we're still, boots on the
wow. And here's the crazy thing, though. They're both here. They're both watching the show.
Wow. That is awesome.
Awesome. Look, y'all have made my 2021.
For real.
It's early birthday present. My birthday's next month. Thank you.
Wow.
Y'all just don't know. I am truly like, my heart is just fluttering right now. For those of you who really don't know, way before we were Earth and Sky, way 20 plus years ago. 20 plus. These two people were a very integral part of our lives. And boy, let me tell you, I wouldn't be the person I am today without both of you. I know he will say the same.
I don't need to. You said Earth and Sky, we're one, right? We're one. He speaks for both of us.
Cancer, Leo, Libra. And then, of course, Ka being the Capricorn that she is.
Oh, man. CLLC.
Business. That's a business. And, of course, we're all the same age.
Right. Yo. Yes, sir. 1973.
Wow. Well, we appreciate that. And we are very happy that you feel the same.
Wow.
Like I said, we're going to have to catch up.
We got to, man. We got to. And, look.
And yes, Jamie, my old ass with your young ass. He ain't that much younger, but yes, we got you by a couple.
Hey,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? But wow. I am.
Wow. You want to talk about things you didn't expect to happen during the show?
Things that make you go,
Yo, I didn't even foresee that one, man. I needed the Oracle, and the Oracle came on to
look. Are y'all watching me? It's Ashton Kutcher about to run through my door talking about you.
For real.
Like, I'm just...
Yo, that is the bug out. That is the bug out. I'm like,
oh,
hold on. I'm sorry. My hat contained my head blowing up.
Holy jeepers.
Aftermath.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh
wow.
Well, it is nice to know that you are watching, that you are listening, that you are both doing well.
Man.
By far. We all gotta get together, chit chat, talk, do something, because there's just we've all got.
Love you, Jamie. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the chime in.
Indeed. Gotta run shopping. Okay,
have fun school shopping
later. But yeah, so I mean, it's nice. It's nice that I'm literally.
Look, you glowing now. You glowing now. Look at me glowing. Yo. What else can you say?
Y'all know me. I don't get speechless. I talk all day, every day. Hell, Jamie, no, I never stop talking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, same number. Same number. All right, we'll do. But yeah, so I mean, definitely thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah.
Hopefully you are being edutained. We are not entertainers.
Are
we
you
are
not
edutators.
entertained?
And we haven't changed. We are still on the good fight. We are still going real life awaits. As you can see the banner in the background for him. I just did my hair, or else I would have the hat on as well. And of course, the shirt. We have not stopped. Oh, and of course, you know, I gotta rock my gem stonage. Oh, ain't nothing changed. We just got older with it, more skill with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, hey, man, that's gonna be a show, man. I'm not gonna say I hate that this coming to an end, this show, but you know, definitely, man, that was a wow blessing right there.
And to
That
answer your question, Lamont, you can do that at everybody. You want to go get your fur right? Go get your fur right at www.gorillalife.com. That is GOREALLA life.com. Get your fur right.
Get your fur right. Flick your fleas, get your fur right. Swing your vine over to www.gorillalife.com. And, you know, what's that?
Yeah, he's a nice.
Okay.
He's a, can I get this there? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gorillalife.com.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Lamont, shoot me a friend invite. And we'll definitely go from there. We'll definitely take that from there. For sure.
For sure, man.
Wow. I am.
Yo.
Thank you, Ka, for alerting him to let him know that we were on. And thank you for watching.
So much. Thank you so much, Ka. Hey, we missed you too, baby. My little favorite redhead. You know what I'm saying? My little favorite redhead, girl.
I will say this, and this is real. My most favorite picture in the world is Ka in the sandbox. That will forever be my favorite picture. And I don't care what picture. I love my kids. I really do. But they have not even surpassed the joy that she had in that box playing with sand in the sandbox. Because guess what? She never lost that look. She never lost that smile, that love, that passion, that drive. Oh!
Forever young.
Trust, that picture is ingrained in the brain. That will never go anywhere. I'll take that with me when I go.
Ingrained in the membrane.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. So I definitely thank you for that and the many, 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 many other things. My goodness, I am so. Oh. Yes, yeah, yes. For those of you watching, I definitely. Thank you, Ka. Yes.
There you go. Forever young, baby. Forever young.
Indeed. Always. I can never see her changing. It's just who she is.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey. Hey, so where are all the different places, man? Where are all the different places that we people can catch up with us at? This show is going to be on YouTube, on our Earth and Sky Interactive.
Yep.
You know, you got Go Earth and Sky. You know, please like the Go Earth and Sky page on Facebook as well as Instagram. You know what I'm saying? We need to start checking out Rumble too.
Yeah.
I think that I've not heard much about it, but you know, that may be
there's a few different platforms that are out there right now outside of Facebook that we can really chime into. Quite a few.
I definitely think we need to start checking into some of those, you know, just because we want to be able to speak freely as much as possible. And we don't want all of our eggs in one basket, even though this is a great basket.
We talk about some pretty interesting things, though, don't we?
We do. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a reason why we have to, you know, kind of stay able to flow like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Speaking of Ali, you know what I'm saying? Rest in pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. But yeah, you can definitely find us there. Again, Facebook, the Facebook page, like you said, Go Earth and Sky Interactive. Definitely check us out on YouTube as well. Go Earth and Sky Interactive. Instagram.
Yeah.
We're also on
IG.
Instagram too.
This show will be on Instagram and some of the other shows, but it's going to be broken up, obviously, because IGTV only gives us certain about a 15-minute pop there. So we're going to be doing things in 15-minute increments anyway, as that's going to be our standard. And then if you want to watch it all, you can watch one segment and then it'll loop you into the next segment and vice versa, and keep on doing that. So we're just really taking, back then when we were first getting this kicked off, we didn't have the same internet flow, the tools and things that we could,
we've got a lot of tools now. we've got a lot of tools now.
And they don't all fit in the toolbox.
So much that the network is coming soon. People, again, you think I'm playing? Look, when I say gin, I am not talking about the liquor. All I can say right now, I am bound by an NDA. I cannot talk about it. But I tell you this: when gin comes, it changes the whole game. Yep. Everything changes at that point, and it's coming. It's coming soon. Soon, coming to a media platform near you.
Come on with it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We did it again, man. Another 2 hour. Well, we were just on Friday for 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours and 33 minutes and 12 seconds. So we got the 3, 2 plus 1, 3.
3. Right. And it's always, easier to talk. You know what I'm saying with you? Because once again, all we're doing is inviting the world into our conversation. I like when you said that. When you said that, it kind of put it back into perspective. That's why this is not a show.
No.
You know what I'm saying? This is all interactive. So whatever you want to call it, Earth and Sky killed podcasting. You know what I mean? Because podcasting means that you're just an inactive participant. All you're doing is lending your attention. We don't want your attention. We want your interaction so you can add to. Like literally, that was all on the flow. We did not say, oh, guess what? We're going to have some special guests on the show today. None of that. Listen, and I'm so glad that the reach is increasing so that we are able to start relinking up with people who we have been in love with and now, you know what I'm saying, we can reconnect, because that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? Bring these energies together so we can now, as more mature.
Look. We can all appreciate this one from our many visits to watch What the Bleep Do We Know, so we can collapse on the one.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. And speaking of What the Bleep, it was Lamont that took us to go see it.
Yep. And we sat and we went to Queen Anne Hill to watch it. Again, I see these things in my brain periodically. Things will happen in my life, and I'll be like, reference point, like life-changing time.
Yeah, man. That was such a magical summer, man. Oh my goodness. And it seemed like it was like 3 summers in one. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
Yeah, like it was yesterday, brother. It was yesterday. And mind you, 20 years ago. No, I'd say it was probably like 19 years ago.
Hey, man. Well, we loved having y'all. We love everybody. Thank y'all so much for, again, tuning in to another segment of
Watch your mouth.
Earth and Sky. I'm about to go wash my mouth out with some food, because you know what I'm saying, your real is hungry. You gotta swing that vine.
Best summer of ours too.
It was mutual. It was definitely mutual. Once again, that's why the energy came back. Y'all must have felt us talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Look. We're raising the vibration, Marilla.
Yes, sir.
Raising the vibration. And look, it's touching all coasts now. Boom, boom, boom. Booyah!
Love y'all.
Indeed. Until next time, people, stay up, stay blessed, and of course, send that friend invite. And on that note, y'all,
Peace.